There's nothing in this one, Ethan.
Nothing in this one either. No mention of the death or funeral. Nothing about you going to France.
It's as though that night never happened.
Sheridan, I told you, if we can't uncover the details about what happened that night, no one else will either.
I want to believe you, Ethan, but I'm just afraid that you can't bury such a terrible secret forever. I mean, Luis is probably even more suspicious now that he found us in here tonight.
Forget about Officer Lopez Fitzgerald. I mean, he doesn't have the first clue about anything.
Don't underestimate him, Ethan. He's smart. If only I hadn't freaked out in front of him after being locked in that magician's box at the restaurant.
You said something about that night. What night? What happened?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, something must have upset you. You kept repeating it over and over. That you didn't mean it. It wasn't your fault.
Luis is like a bull terrier. He won't let go.
Sheridan, you can't let that guy get to you.
No, I couldn't care less about him, Ethan. You know, it's just I've got so many questions about that night myself. I'm afraid I'll never have all the answers.
You missed a step.
I've lived so long without knowing any of the details, just from what my father told me.
Tell me again what Grandfather Alistair said to you that night.
He warned me that if I told anybody about what I did, I'd be an outcast. No one would ever love me.
Ankle! I didn't mean to startle you, man. I had no idea it was you in here. You all right?
What are you doing here, Frank?
If you remember, I'm security for all of Crane Industries. I got word about a break-in. Can you stand? Not exactly.
We'd better get him to the hospital, Frank.
Easy, all right. Lean on me. Lean on me. What are you two doing in here so late anyway?
Nothing important, Frank.
All right. Take it easy. You got it?
Great. Luis is the last person I expected to see here.
Why are my hands covered with blood?
When will this awful night ever end? You.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
It's okay. I'm glad it's you, Hank.
What happened to Ethan? I saw him hobbling around in there.
Oh, he hurt his ankle.
Is that what's got you so jumpy?
Let's just say it's been a long, difficult night.
Are you talking about Luis giving you a hard time?
He never lets up on me, Hank.
I know, Luis comes on kind of strong sometimes, but he's a good guy. He doesn't mean any harm.
He could have fooled me.
He's right, Sheridan. I'm just a curious kind of guy. So tell me, what happened to Ethan? How'd he hurt his ankle?
I don't see how that's any concern of the police.
I didn't say it was. You know, unless, of course, he injured himself doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Luis, he just hurt his ankle, that's all.
Excuse me, Dr. Russell?
Yes.
I'm Sheridan Crane, Ethan Crane's aunt.
Yeah, I saw you with him out there. You shouldn't be an X-ray too much longer.
Thanks, but actually I have a question about myself. You see, I haven't been sleeping well lately, and I was just wondering if you could prescribe something for me.
Well, not without an exam.
Well, I'd be glad to make an appointment, but I was kind of hoping you could give me something now.
Well, what seems to be the problem?
I just came back to Harmony from living in Europe.
Did you see a doctor there about your insomnia?
It didn't start until I came home.
So what is it? Is it a new environment, different diet? Or something bothering you?
The past haunts the present.
Excuse me.
Anything I say to you is confidential, right?
Yes.
You probably can't understand this. When you're a doctor, I'm sure your life is stable and focused on the present. You're probably never bothered by your past.
Well, we all have things that we would rather not dwell on.
I suppose. I guess it's just being back after spending so many years away.
I'm going to give you a prescription for a few days, but I want you to come and see me for an exam. If your past continues to haunt you, I may suggest an alternative treatment. Hypnosis is usually helpful.
Why are my hands covered with blood? What did I do? Nobody will ever love me.
What did I do when I was a little girl? What happened that night? Please, you have to tell me. Please don't go away. You have to tell me what happened that night. I didn't mean to do it. Now nobody will love me. Who are you? What do you want? Do you mean that? Who are you? Who are you?